So I was sitting here, I'm watching these videos on YouTube, like they're inspiring me to do so much when it comes to my podcast. And I'm listening to everything that I'm hearing, and it's just like everything is registering. And some things that stuck out to me, I was watching AB Academy with Avery, and just listening to a lot of things that he said. He's young, but he is like a very large content creator on YouTube. And he was basically saying that you got to change your mindset. And, if you're a small content creator, you have to think like a big content creator. Well, a few years ago, before this podcast even came about, even before I became a merchant mariner, I seen myself as a millionaire. I seen myself talking to like the celebrities on the talk shows and, telling them how I became this real big name and how I started from scratch and how I grew into this person that I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to be as far as L Forehand. Well, my name is Ladidra. My last name is Forehand. So that my domain name for my books is L Forehand, even with the Granny and Me stuff that I do. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to him and the things that he's saying and how you elevate, because I know God has greater for me. I know that. I've been on a very spiritual journey for the past 2 weeks, and I've been doing things, been moving different, and things are coming to me within, as I'm going through this every day and I'm doing my walks and I'm talking to God, and I have my moments with Him in the mornings, and I'm reading my Bible throughout the day, and it's just like it's taking me to different levels. Like I see myself as a millionaire. I see myself taking care of my grandparents and doing things for them, and making sure that the money that they get as far as their fixed income, that's their money, but I'm taking care of their bills. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But it's just like I'm sitting here and I'm just thinking about all this stuff as I'm watching the videos, like the different videos that's coming up on my YouTube, because I pretty much revamped my whole YouTube page and I changed my thumbnails. And, I want things to be authentic, even though I don't really edit my content. I edit somewhat some of the interviews that I've done, but usually a lot of my stuff is just raw, authentic, how it comes. And I was sitting here and I'm looking on my TikTok page, and people sending me messages and they want me to help them, and what do I need to do to become a merchant mariner. So I created this file that I have actually put on my TikTok page. When people ask how to become a merchant mariner, well, I'm showing them the things you need to do before you even go to school. And when you do go to school, what do you do after you get your credentials, after you go through school and you send everything out through the Coast Guard, what to expect, what type of job that you need to try to apply for or whatever. So I'm sitting here and all this stuff is just like hitting me. And it's like, God is elevating me to a different level. And my passion is to help other people, to teach them what I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like I went through the how to be a merchant mariner phases when I went to school, and I didn't have any guidance, and nobody was telling me, oh, do you need to do this, and do you need to you need to apply for this job. Like I didn't have that. So to have this education, so to speak, to give back to my followers, to give back to anybody who really, really wants to be a merchant mariner and just don't know which way to go. Like I have these footnotes for you guys. I have the ebooks for you guys. I have all type of content on my TikTok page, my Instagram page, on my YouTube channel. So I'm giving this to people. And everybody's like, well, why you don't charge? And why don't you do a class? And I don't have enough time on my hands to teach a course on this. So when I do have the information that I'm putting out there, I just give it to you guys. I go live. I talk to you on my live. I talk to people. They send me messages all the time. I see people in grocery stores, people I grew up with, cousins, people went to school with. Like they stop me. They want to know, okay, D, what's what? How do I do this? I don't gatekeep. I'm going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Give it to you like you want to hear it or whatever. And it's just like all this stuff is coming to me like it's resurfacing. Like everything that I've seen, the dreams I've had, like the stuff is coming to pass, and I got up this morning, I'm like, no, my YouTube page is not where I want it to be, but I know it's going to get there because I'm getting confirmation from God. You just have to be patient. You have to make sure that your content is there. You got to be consistent talking to your followers. And I realized that I have time on my hands when I'm not with my grandparents. And when I'm not doing something for me, like as far as going to take care of this and that, but when I have like downtime, these are the times where I need to be creating those videos, and I need to sit down and have those talks and do my podcast shows, because I have so much time on my hands. And I'm having moments like this when I'm going through my YouTube, and I'm going on different pages and looking up different content creators and getting information from them. So you have to see yourself at a higher level. You have to see yourself, I'm a millionaire, this is where I'm going to be sitting at. You know what I'm saying? You have to see yourself on those higher levels. And I see myself there. But of course, it's not going to happen overnight. So just be consistent. That's all you can do. So as far as my content, like, I have so much content in my phone. Like, I've been recording before I even had all these social media followers, like recording everything, because, and I do that because my grandmother, who I was close with, my paternal grandmother, I was very close with her. And my grandma didn't like the camera. She didn't like you to take pictures of her. She didn't want you to record anything. She didn't like any of that. But I would tell grandma always, one day I may not be in your life anymore. You may not be in mine, we're not going to be here forever. We don't know what's going to happen. So when I put things in perspective like that for my grandma, she opened up and let me record different videos of her. I had videos where she singing with my granny girl, my mom's mom. Like, they knew each other. We grew up from the same neighborhood, and they went to the same church. They were really good friends. So to have both of them on a video together singing, those are memories that I want to keep. Those are precious moments. So being able to record that content and have that content, and when I miss my grandma, I can go back and look at those videos. That's what being a content creator is all about. You got to be authentic. You got to record things, you know what I'm saying? And not saying that you record everything that you do. I'm not a vlogger, but I do have days where I want to show how the day-to-day life is on the ship. So I may record me doing something, like waking up in the morning on the ship, washing my face, getting myself ready to go on watch. So I might do stuff like that, but that's the point of being a creator. This is the stuff that people want to see. They want to see that authentic side. They want to see how it is when you get up on the ship and you getting ready for work. When you go to work, how is your watch standing? What do your living quarters look like? Where are you watch standing at? Where does the galley look like? People want to see that kind of stuff. So I know that being a merchant mariner is my niche and my niche. Like, that is something that I have been doing for 7 years now. So to have this type of content that people want to see, that's authentic, that, oh my God, I see how she drives a ship. Oh my God, she's a crane operator, and she know how to do the forklift. Like, people don't really see that. I'm in a male predominant industry, so people don't really get that side. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just see on the male side. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's normal for a man to be doing it, but like for a woman to be doing it. Then you have somebody like me that, I started as an ordinary seaman. I had to build myself up. I was with the Military Sea Lift Command for my first year as a merchant mariner. So everything that I learned with them starting out, I took my techniques and the things that I learned, and I went higher. I wanted to be a crane operator. I went to school. I trained with a captain who, on a small lift boat, he showed me everything I needed to know as far as crane, how to hoist up, hoist down, and just the different gears that you have to do, just like driving a forklift. Taught me everything I needed to know then. So it just depends on the person. You're never going to get nowhere in life if you keep stopping. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I'm keep putting off. I did this. Oh, I don't want to do this. You have to keep going with whatever it is that you're doing. Like, as far as me, being a crane operator, if I would have stopped doing that and then I let my license go, then what I have, so just don't stop going. Keep going. Keep growing. You know what I'm saying? Don't start something and don't finish. That's the point of you guys as content creators, and finding your niche and your niche. Know what it is that you want to do. If you want to be a race car driver, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you keep the content that you're doing. Everything that you're doing to be a NASCAR driver. Okay, I know I need to know how to do this. I need to operate a stick shift, or, whatever it is that you need to do to be that NASCAR driver. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Create the content and always plan for the things that you're going to do. Like, even with this right here, I knew that I needed to get on here and talk and say something about what I've been experiencing, because somebody might be experiencing the same thing and just don't know which way to go. So everything that you do that's in your niche, make sure you're recording that content that is authentic, that is even the mistakes that happen, because we all learn from our mistakes. If you didn't have mistakes, you won't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You have to perfect your craft. And that's all I'm saying. Just wanted to get this message out because it's been heavy on my heart today. But I just want you guys to continue doing what you're doing as small content creators, because the more content you have, the more consistent you are with your videos and content, everything will fall into place. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen. Just stay consistent. All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace out.